everybody. Today we are doing a room tour of a family suite here at Universal Kids Resort. This is not a theme park view, this is just a standard view. So without further ado, let's get started. Today we are in room 458 on the 4th floor. As soon as you walk in, you have this little tag that says still resting so we can play later. That's a really cute do not disturb sign. If you turn to your left from the door, my right, there is a ginormous closet. Now this family suite sleeps a family of 6, so this is a great place to put a stroller, any coats if you happen to be coming here in the winter season, and any other park goodies that you maybe need to store up here if you're staying for a longer stay. There is also a safe down here. We didn't need to use that. Now I do want to mention that we are checking out today, so this room has been slept in and used, so you'll see things everywhere. To my right, there is an adjoining room door. We didn't need that, of course. And then walking into the main area, you kind of see what you've been seeing online. You have this kind of like wet bar situation, dry bar situation. There are 2 shelves. It kind of wraps around and there is tons of storage, tons of places for you to put snacks if you do groceries. Down here is your mini fridge. We didn't use this just because we stayed so shortly and we're mostly in the parks, but this is what it looks like. And directly next to it, there is, again, just tons of storage. Right on top, we have some colored pencils for the kids, a phone, and an ice bucket. And turning to my right, we have 2 chairs and a table. We did order extra towels because we thought we were gonna come back and shower after the pool today. We probably will just head home instead to do it there. And then right here is a pull-out bed. I'm not sure if it's a queen or a full, but it was huge. We all could have sat on it and slept in it if we wanted to. And then there was a flat screen right here. It did say welcome Jasmine, Santiago, and family. That was really nice to see. And then we have this funky little lamp over here. And it's like a green, I don't know, it's funky. And then we got one of the few rooms that has a circular window. So it's giving porthole and definitely reminds me of being on a ship. You could see the Universal Kids Resort sign down there. And then the rest of the rooms, as I just mentioned, have squares. Moving on, this is where my husband and I slept, or the parents' room. We slept fine in here. The bed was comfortable, the pillows were comfortable, no complaints there. However, I will mention that there's like a nightlight right here, and this, when it is completely dark in the room, was so bright. If you're one of those people that needs complete darkness, like me, it was really bothering me, and as far as I know, there's no way to turn it off unless you turn the lights in the room on. Here we had a flat screen TV. I thought that was nice that we got our own in the room. And then we have another porthole window, again, seeing down to that iconic sign. Something that my husband really liked is you can charge your phone here and then you have your alarm clock. There's also a sound machine there, and both sides have these lights. I felt like they were too bright for what we needed at night. We were so tired, but they light up the room really nicely. Moving over here, again, more storage. This place is actually insane with how much storage it has, but all 3 of these open up. They all look the same inside. And then you have a nice mirror right here. I used this to get ready this morning. And then right here we have a closet. We did use the extra blanket. You have your luggage. Is that called a luggage rack? I'm not quite sure. Tons of hangers. Places to put your shoes. We put our luggage in here. It was just really great spacious wise. Coming back out to the main area, we're gonna turn this way and walk around, and here you're greeted with the bunk beds and the bathroom. Turning to my left, there is a full-length mirror to check out your outfit for the day. And then turning to the right, we have this really nicely lit mirror. I could have done it in here, but since this is like on the other side away from my stuff, I just didn't feel the need to come in here. Down below, there's a hairdryer. There were tons of towels here. There's toilet paper, garbage, toilet. It does not have the little attachment for smaller kids that I've seen other people posting. And then we had the shower, which really heated up nicely. There are Dove products, and honestly, I loved the smell of all of these. They smelled really good. I didn't wash my hair with them, but I did wash my kids' hair, and it did the job. Next to that, we have 4 hooks that we use to dry our swimsuits and hang any wet clothes. And then moving out of the bathroom, we have the bunk beds. This was a hit for my kids. My oldest 2 slept on these. They slept fine. The only complaint I have is how I mentioned that there was a nightlight in the master bedroom. I really wish they had some sort of nightlight over here for kids. The funny thing about this room is that the main switch, let me show you. This switch over here turns off all the lights, as you can see. In fact, it even turned off the one over there. You can see how dark it gets. And when I go over here to turn the light on, it doesn't turn on. I don't know what that's about. However, when I flip the switch up again and it turns everything back on, and I come back this way, this will turn this on or off. Not quite sure why I can't just leave this one on. I think that would have been nice for my kids and to turn off the rest of the lights, but maybe that's how they intended it to be. Overall though, that is the family suite here at Universal Kids Resort. We really enjoyed it. Would definitely stay here again. Everything was comfy. My kids were impressed. The colors were on point. We really enjoyed our stay. So if you're looking to stay here at Universal Kids Resort, please let me know. We had a great time and we have tons of vlogs and everything that we're covering over this resort. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.